Hello students, in this video we are going to discuss question number 1 to 20 from chapter 4A Hydrocarbons Alkane from Advanced Problem in Organic Chemistry for JEE by MS Chauhan book. In question number 1, on halogenation, the alkane gives only one monohalogenated product. The alkane may be. From the question we can say that the alkane must have one type of hydrogens only. Why? Because if we have different type of hydrogen, we may substitute by the halogens and more than one type of product can be formed. So if we start with the structures, 2-methyl butane, the structure of 2-methyl butane is CH3, C, CH3, CH, CH2, CH2. So here we have total 1, 2, 3, 4 different type of hydrogens. So it cannot give a single halogenated product or one monohalogenated product. So if we go for option B, that is 2,2-dimethyl propane. So this is the structure of 2,2-dimethyl propane. Okay. So we can say that with this center carbon, we have 4 methyl group attached and all of the hydrogens are identical in nature. So if we substitute one of the hydrogen by any of the halogen, we may have this kind of monohalogenated product, and for all the hydrogens we can have similar type of product. Okay. In C, cyclopentane, so this is cyclopentane. In cyclopentane also we have similar kind of hydrogens, all the hydrogens are similar in nature. That's why if we substitute any of the hydrogen for monohalogenated product, then we can have this kind of product. Hence for B and C both we can form only one monohalogenated product. That's why for question number 1, option D should be the correct option. For question number 2, which of the following compound can be best prepared by Wards reaction? Okay, so in Wards reaction basically we can form a R dot, and these two R dots will or radicals will join to form this kind of final product, which is alkane. Okay, now the structure of isobutane is like this. For A, we have to form isobutane. The structure of isobutane is like this, and this structure cannot be formed by Wards reaction because we cannot have similar two fragments which can be joined to form the final product isobutane. If we go for N-butane, this is the structure of N-butane, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4 N-butane. So we can dissociate this from the middle. So we can have 2 CH3 CH2 dot and CH2 CH3 dot, which can be joined to form the final N-butane product. So this B product can be formed by Wards reaction. Okay, so in case of N-pentane, again we have 5 carbons. 5 carbon cannot be divided symmetrically. And in case of isopentane also we cannot form, this is the structure of isopentane. So again we cannot form a symmetrical fragments by dividing the molecule. So for question number 2, N-butane, option B should be the correct option. In question number 3, the hydrocarbon A, vapor density 36, form only one monochloro substitution product, and A will be, again monochloro substitution represent that we should have same type of hydrogen, and here we have vapor density 36, that represent the molecular weight should be 36 multiplied by 2, that is 72. Okay, now we can start structures, and we can have neopentane, which will give a same type of hydrogens. So this is the structure of neopentane, and in neopentane we have one type of hydrogen only, which will give after halogenation, which will give a monohalogenated product which will look like this. Okay, now if we calculate the molecular weight, here we have C5NH12 and the molecular weight is 72 here. Okay, and vapor density is 36. So for question number 3, option B should be the correct option. You can check the other products also. In some of them we may have only one monochloro product, but the vapor density or molecular weight will not match for the other options. So option B should be the correct option. In question number 4, ethyl iodide and propyl iodide are allowed to undergo War's reaction. Okay, so if we go for ethyl iodide, that is CH3CH2I, if we put this in War's reaction, that is sodium in ether, and along with this we have another molecule, that is N-propyl iodide, that is CH3CH2CH2I. So we can have two kind of radical in this case. We can have one ethyl radical along with one propyl radical, CH3 CH2 CH2 dot. Now two ethyl radical can react with each other to form N-butane. So this is a N-product, N-butane product, or this is a self product. Again we can have CH2 CH2 CH3. These two radicals will combine with each other to form N-hexane. This is also a self product. At last we can form a cross product which is like this. So this is N-pentane. Okay, now we have to find will not be obtained. So we can have butane, we can have hexane, we can have propane in this case, but formation of pentane, we can have pentane in this case because in the last product is pentane, but formation of propane is not possible because the structure of propane is CH3 CH2 CH3. So this kind of alkane cannot be formed in War's reaction. Okay, so for question number 4, option B should be the correct option because we have to find not be obtained in this reaction. In question number 5, the number of chiral centers generated during monochlorination in the above reaction. First of all, we have to find how many type of hydrogens are present in this molecule. These two CH3 are identical in nature. So here we have one kind of hydrogen. This hydrogen is another type. Again, this is another type hydrogen. And lastly, this is the final type of hydrogen. So in this case, we have 4 different type of hydrogens. We are expecting 4 different type of products initially. Okay, but we have to find number of chiral centers. So if we draw the first, we have already color coded the carbon. So if you draw the first monochlorinated product, it will look like this: CH3 CH2 CH3. And obviously we have generated one chiral center here because this carbon is chiral in nature. Again we can start with the next one, that is CH3 CCl CH3 CH2 CH3, but unfortunately we cannot have any chiral center here. Next is CH3 CH CH3 CH Cl CH3. Obviously we have a chiral center present in this position. Lastly, we have CH3, CH, CH3, CH2, CH2, Cl, and again we don't have any chiral center present in this molecule. So for question number 5, we have two chiral centers present in the final molecules. That's why for question number 5, option B should be the correct option. In question number 6, above conversion can be achieved by zinc in acidic medium, or lithium aluminum hydride, or magnesium, then water. In all of this we can have the final products ethane by following reactions. So for A, if we add zinc with any kind of acid, suppose we have HCl in this case, so we can have ZnCl2 along with nascent hydrogen, and this nascent hydrogen obviously can reduce or can react with CH3Cl to form CH4. In case of B, we have lithium aluminum hydride, so in this case we can form H minus, and this H minus can perform substitution reaction to form methane. In C, obviously we have magnesium in ether, that's why we can form a Grignard reagent in this case. So magnesium in ether, we can form CH3MgCl, and with this we can add water, which will give finally methane product. So for question number 6, option D is the correct option. For question number 7, give the total number of monochloro products including stereoisomers which are possible in the above reaction. Okay, so we have butane. So we have started with CH3, CH2, CH2, CH, and we have to find monochlorinated product. So we have two different kind of hydrogen present in this molecule. One is this one, and another is this one. So this is the two type of hydrogen present in this molecule. And finally, if we start drawing the product, so we can draw one product like this and another product is like this. So we may think that we have total number of product form, that is 2, but in this case we have a chiral center present in the second molecule. So if chiral center is present and there is no obviously plane of symmetry or other symmetry are absent in this molecule, that's why this is a optically active molecule, and it will present along with its enantiomer. So in this case we have two products, and in the initial one, as we don't have any chiral center, so we have only one product. So if we add these two, the total number of product that can be formed, that is 3. So for question number 7, option B should be the correct option. In question number 8, CH4 methane, we have reacted with chlorine in presence of HNO or photolytic condition, and we have achieved CH3Cl along with HCl. To obtain the high yield of CH3Cl, the ratio of methane is to Cl2 must be. So the problem is that if we react with methane and Cl2, first of all we will get this one, but this product will react again with Cl2 to form CH2Cl, then we will get CHCl3, and finally we will get CCl4. Okay, so we have to keep the ratio for, or the percentage of Cl2 is very low, that's why the next reactions are not that much possible. Okay, so we have to keep percentage of methane is very high compared to Cl2. So now if we place the ratio methane versus Cl2, so methane is to Cl2, Cl2 must be very high compared, methane must be very high in percentage compared to Cl2. That's why this ratio will be very high, and that's why for question number 8, option A should be the correct option. Okay, so keeping high percentage of methane will reduce the possibility of the second, third or fourth reaction steps. Okay, only first reaction step is more possible if we keep higher percentage of methane in this case. In question number 9, the double bond equivalent of cubane. Double bond equivalent is represented by or indicates that the number of unsaturation present in this molecule. So we can straight away write down the structural formula of this. We have C8H8 structural formula for cubane. Now if we calculate the double bond equivalent, the formula is C plus 1 minus H by 2 for this kind of structure, alkane. So here we have 8 plus 1 minus 8 plus 1 minus 8 by 2, that is 9 minus 4. So double bond equivalent will become 5. That's why for question number 9, the double bond equivalent is for cubane is 5. For question number 10, how many bond cleavage are required to convert the cubane into non-cyclic skeleton, and the final skeleton is given in this case. So we can start dissociating the bond like this. We can draw, we have to dissociate this bond because this bond represents this one. Okay, so we can solve this question like this. Again, we can dissociate this bond because this bond represents this one. We can represent this bond because this bond represents this one. We can represent this, and finally we can represent this. So if we dissociate total 5 bonds like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we can have non-cyclic structure which is initially given in the question. That's why for question number 10, option D should be the correct option. In question number 11, draw an energy profile diagram for a 3 steps reaction in which first step is the slowest step, okay, and the last is the first stage. If one step is slowest step in energy profile diagram or PES diagram, we can have a maximum activation energy for that step, and it is indicated in the question that the first step is the slowest step. So if you compare, in one we have activation energy, or in option A we have activation energy which is much lesser compared to the activation energy in third step. So option A is not possible. Again, activation energy in the second step is the maximum, but in C we have activation energy in the third step. It is, sorry, in C we have activation energy maximum in the first step and minimum in the third step. That indicates that the first step is the slowest and the third step is the fastest step, okay, or the last step is the fastest step. That's why for question number 11, option C should be the correct option. In question number 12, the number of monochloro product including stereoisomer we have to find. So we can start with the structure of the products. The first product is like this, okay. So we have obviously a chiral center present in this molecule, so we have two product for this one. Again, the next one, Cl, CH3, CH2, CH3, there is no chiral center, so only one product. Next, CH3, CH, CH3, CH, Cl, CH3, we have one chiral center present, so again we have two products. And finally CH3, CH, CH3, CH2, CH2Cl, one product. So if we add these four situations, so total we have 6 products, which indicates option C is the correct option. In question number 13, we have Nd2Nd2 in presence of H2O2. This is a syn hydrogenation reaction. So we can start with like this. We have a double bond present in this position, deuterium, deuterium, deuterium. So in the transition state, we may have this kind of situation. Double bond will be dissociated. There will be a bond between carbon and deuterium. This nitrogen-nitrogen bond will be dissociated. A double bond between nitrogen and nitrogen is going to be formed. Second nitrogen is here, and same thing for the right hand side also. So finally we will get this kind of situation where two deuterium will be added and D double bond in D, and this is added by syn addition. That's why for question number 13 option B should be the correct option. In question number 14, after addition of 1 mole of hydrogen in presence of platinum, we will get this kind of product. So already in the final product we have two unsaturations, okay, that is unsaturation number 1, that is one ring, another ring. So we have two unsaturations, and initially by addition of 1 mole of hydrogen we have removed one unsaturation, okay, because 1 mole of hydrogen obviously will react with a double bond and it will reduce that double bond, and that's why the initial A molecule we have 2 plus 1 total 3 double bond equivalent. So for question number 14 option C should be the correct option. In question number 15, arrange the following alkane in decreasing order of their heat of combustion. Okay, so as we know that maximum the chain length, more will be the van der Waals interaction and more will be the heat of combustion. In 3 we have N-pentane, in 2 we have isopentane. Here we have one branch which indicates that surface area is lesser, and in 1 we have neopentane, that is 2 branch present in this case, and the surface area is much lesser compared to 2 or 3. Hence the maximum surface area or van der Waals interaction is present in 3. That's why the heat of combustion for 3 will be highest and it will be lowest for 1, and that's why for question number 15 option C should be the correct option. In question number 16, palladium hydrogen is added to form the product. As we know that palladium hydrogen is a syn addition reaction, and in the initial molecule we have already a chiral center present, and there is no reaction involved with this chiral center, so it will remain in the same position. So this hydrogen can be added from the below the plane or can be from the above the plane. So if it is added from the below the plane, so we can have this kind of situation, or from the above the plane we can have this kind of situation. So definitely we have two different product in this case, okay. And if we go for the relationship between these two molecules, the connectivity or attachment is similar between the two molecules and there is no mirror image relationship between these two molecules. That's why these two products are known as diastereomers, okay. So for question number 16, option B should be the correct option. In question number 17, a molecule is given and we have to perform bromination reaction in presence of heat. So thing is that this carbon can be involved in bromination reaction, but this carbon already bromine is added and it is a chiral center, and that chiral center does not have any reactivity in bromination reaction. That's why this chiral center should be remain in the same position, which is perfectly placed in option A, option B, option C, but in option D we have another configuration for this chiral center which is not acceptable. That's why we have to find out will not be obtained, and this, as this chiral center is not involved in the reaction, there will not be any change in configuration for that chiral center. That's why for question number 17 option D should be the correct one. In question number 18, following the structures of 4 isomer of hexane along with the name given below, which correctly identify the fifth isomer. Okay, so for question number 18, it will be 3-methyl pentane. The structure of 3-methyl pentane is CH2, CH2C, CH3, CH2, CH3. This is 3-methyl pentane. The structures given below are also isomer for 3-methyl pentane, and already some of the structures name is given in these options. So for question number 18, 3-methyl pentane should be the correct option. Question number 19, which of the following describe the best relationship between the methyl group present in the chair form? Okay, so we have to draw the chair form first. So now if one methyl is present in this below the plane, the another methyl should be present also in below the plane. Okay, now we can draw a Newman projection from this angle. This is carbon number 1, this is carbon number 2. So in this carbon number 1 we have a methyl like this. This is carbon number 1 and the back carbon is carbon number 2. In this position we can draw the carbon number 2 like this, where methyl is present in this position. So this position is known as gauche position. That's why for question number 19, option C should be the correct option. In question number 20, compare the stability of the following two compounds A and B. One cis 1-ethyl 3-methyl cyclohexane and trans 1-ethyl 3-methyl cyclohexane. Okay, so we can start drawing this molecule. This is molecule A. Cis 1-ethyl, cis means in the same position, and we have to keep the higher structure or higher voluminous structure or higher volume functional group in the equatorial position. So we can keep this ethyl in this position, and in 3 position, if this is 1, this should be 2 and this should be 3. We have to keep methyl in this position. This is structure A, and for structure B we have trans, that is if ethyl is present in this position, methyl should be present in this position. As we know that if more and more functional groups are present in equatorial position, more will be the stability for the cyclohexane. So here ethyl and methyl both present in equatorial position, but in this case methyl is present at axial position, which will decrease the stability of the molecule. That represent that B molecule is less stable compared to molecule A, and that's why for question number 20, A option is the correct option.